Most people think of discipline as a punishment. Eat healthy, go to the gym, wake up early, save more money, something that they have to force themselves to do. But what if I told you it wasn't about suffering? What if discipline is one of the purest forms of self-love? Because every time that you break your own word, it shows that it doesn't mean anything. Every time you decide to snooze, every time you decide to skip the gym, it shows that whatever you say doesn't truly matter. And now think of someone that you look up to, someone that's consistent, someone that's reliable, someone that's in shape, successful, whatever it might be. What's the one thing that they do? It's listen to their word. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. Now think of the opposite. Think of someone that doesn't do what they say they're going to, someone that always talks and doesn't act enough, someone that puts up an image as a successful person but truly doesn't follow in those steps. There's a large contrast between these people because one does the things, you see the vision, you see them putting the work in, you see them doing the actions that they speak of or don't speak of because they get the results. They have become that person versus the other person just continues to tell you lies. Because the truth behind discipline is not that it's a productivity hack, it's something that sends a message to who you are as a person. See, everything you do or don't do sends a message. If you're entrusted with a task or a list of tasks to do and you complete them, you will be seen as someone that gets things done. This can be by a manager, a relationship, or your parents. But that creates a message that you're someone that follows through. If you have a checklist, you're going to get it done. On the other hand, if you don't do them, it sends a message as well. It sends a message that I don't care what you have to say. I'm not going to do these things. I'm not going to follow through on my responsibilities. Think of a slacker that you know, someone that sits around in their house, plays video games all day, and has all these important tasks piling up, but never actually does them. Not only are you sending a message to others of how reliable or unreliable you are, you're sending a message to yourself. A message to your brain that says, I don't do things, or I get things done. And that slowly begins to program the type of person you become. See, who you become in the world greatly depends on the messages you send to yourself. When you wake up at 5 in the morning to go to the gym, are you clicking snooze, wiping your eyes and turning over to the other side? Or are you turning that alarm off, getting some water, and getting after it? These two different ideas and ways of action send completely different messages to your brain. As much as you might not want to get up, you know that that's something you promised to yourself. Now, over a prolonged period of time, your mind begins to get rewired. You become a new person. Every single action or lack of action creates a new identity of who you are. Sooner or later, this connects to your confidence. See, discipline also connects to the idea of confidence. Someone that knows that they follow through on tasks they say they will is more confident in themselves. They have more trust in their word and in their own actions. Someone who doesn't lacks that confidence. They fear things. They are fearful of action or doing things because they don't follow through on their own word. Think of our previous example of the person that wakes up early in the morning. They wake up, although they are tired, they still get up and get after it. They're going to the gym, they're reading, they're getting meetings done, whatever it might be. They know that they need to. They said they will, so they will follow through. The other person who turns around and goes right back to sleep, they have this fear and this doubt lingering in their mind, thinking that, well, I want to stay comfortable. Maybe I just need some more rest. They become full of excuses to find a reason to justify what they did. This creates that lack or surplus of confidence. You either have a lack in your abilities to follow through, or you have confidence in yourself because you've seen the results that you've made. And as the mornings pass, the person that keeps waking up in the morning knows that they can count on themselves. They know they can show up in the meaningful moments, moments that actually count for the big leagues. In today's society where we're full of instant gratification, this is essential. Having the discipline to block this stimuli and focus on what matters will get you further than most other things. People who have the power, confidence to do so are the ones that lead the world. The ones that can turn off social media, the ones that can block out distractions and focus on the task at hand. The world is full of instant distractions. Think of social media, think of TV shows, think of going to get fast food. All these things are quick solutions that destroy consistency and discipline. When you get back home from work, all you want to do is sit down, turn on the TV, watch your favorite TV show. It takes discipline to get up, go to your room, open up the journal, write about your day, write out some ideas, work on a video, work on a business, whatever it might be. It takes discipline. It takes energy and a strong mind to follow through on these actions because you said you would. Think of someone trying to lose weight. Going to the grocery store, buying healthy food, coming home and preparing it takes a lot of discipline and effort. Opening up your phone and door dashing some McDonald's to your house can be done instantly. Having the discipline and mindset to focus and know what you truly want is going to get you a lot further. It's going to be difficult, but you know it's going to be fruitful. Nowadays, you can get as much information as you want at the snap of a finger. You can open up your phone and Google something. But at that same moment, you can also open Instagram and fall into a hole of hours of scrolling. Whereas finding true information through reading and finding valuable information is something that's not as common anymore. Having to sit there and read and spend time reading through a book isn't as easy as clicking a couple buttons on a keyboard. These two things, although they have different pros and cons, are another form of showing why discipline matters. Finally, discipline doesn't have to be as difficult as everyone makes it. Everyone thinks you have to do these big changes, all these grand things, but that's just not true. Discipline is just rewiring your mind to know to trust your word, to follow through on what you say. You can start small with different tasks, setting a bedtime, a time that you're going to go to sleep, and following through on that. These simple tasks are going to start generating a train of thought and an image of yourself that is soon going to go into all these other things and ideas that matter to you. If you're someone that likes your sleep, you don't have to say that you're gonna wake up at 4 in the morning. That's just not realistic. Saying that you're gonna wake up every day at 6:30 and setting that expectation and following through on it builds the initial idea of discipline and plants a seed in your brain and creates this idea and visualization of who you are that makes other things easier. It's like this stepping stone going on, and every time you take a step, the step gets bigger and bigger and bigger and easier to step onto. At first, you have to think of something that you can make and something that you can actually stick to. And how hard is it? How hard is it to set a bedtime, 11 p.m., 10:30 p.m., whenever you want it to be, and follow through on that? That's something that you can do. If you're someone that can't stop eating candy, tell yourself, next time you go to a grocery store, I won't buy candy. That's a simple thing. That's a very simple task that you can start off with. And once you start doing that consistently, month, 2 months, maybe 3 months in, your mind will stop craving it. You'll stop looking at it. You'll stop even thinking about it. And you can start putting in different ideas, different things that you want to become more disciplined in. You're going to get confidence in yourself because you can trust your word, and the results have shown that. I know for myself personally, when I'm trying to lose weight, the hardest thing to cut out is candy. Candy is pretty tough. I like my sweets. I like a good cinnamon roll. I love a good Almond Joy. All these things that, you take a bite into it and it's just chocolate. You feel good. It's sweet and you just feel fantastic. When I'm trying to lose weight, those are the things that I have to cut out. They're not good for you. You know that. They're high in calorie, low in protein, high in fat, and all the sugar, carbohydrates, whatever it might be. Cutting them out is essential. That's why I don't buy them. I don't buy them. I don't surround myself with them, so I don't even have the urge or possibility to do that, to fall back on it. Because I know that if they were in my house, I would be eating them. And that's just how you cut it out. That's how you make yourself more disciplined. That's how you start to trust your own word. Now, I personally am not the most disciplined person in the world. I know there are plenty of things that I could be doing better or be more disciplined at, but I do have the self-realization and the self-consciousness to know I am disciplined in where it counts. There are times that I slip up. There are times where I could be doing more, but I know that I'm working towards a greater goal. I have the confidence instilled in me over years of practice and doing things and following through on my word that have led me to the position that I'm at now. What I want you to do is take your first step. Don't think too hard. Don't make it too difficult. You might want to do something completely insane. Your first step, you might be thinking in your mind, is that I want to get a six-pack by this month. That's not possible. You're not going to be able to do all the steps, figure out a plan, stay consistent to it. Think of something small. Think of a baby step that you can take today, tomorrow, for the next week, for the next 4 weeks, that's going to lead you into becoming a more disciplined person. Because with discipline, you can continue to launch forward.